Whoa.
Okay, first I'll show you some of the things we're growing outside. These are some cayenne peppers. We picked a bunch of these yesterday, but there's another big one. You can take that off, Jared. Jared's growing these. This is his plant.
Yesterday, this one was half green. Still kind of is.
Everything all natural, all organic, of course. And this is another type of hot peppers that we're growing here in our yard. And as you can see, that one is coming pretty nice. Again, everything.
These are called white bullets. They grow that small, and you can eat them, and then you'll be burning your mouth. Those are hot peppers too.
Okay, this plant is called patchouli. If you're into plants that have a nice fragrance, you might be interested in something like this. This one we grow outdoors, and there's the pot. And this is one of our tomatoes from our tomato vine, and we support it with a trellis so it can grow straight up, and that's the biggest one we have yet. So these are slow growing compared to the peppers. So this is a type of aloe vera plant. There's over 760 species of aloe vera. I'm not sure what this one is called, but I saw it in the store. I liked it. I picked it up, and then I dolled it up. Of course, you know, I like to doll things up. This is purple and green. No, it's very unusual. And here's another variety, also in the aloe family. And aloe veras are succulents, so you can water them once a week, twice a week tops, and they do very well. So they're low maintenance plants, and I like that. What happens is these things start growing out wide. I prune them off, and then I start other plants from them. So some of these plants, they started off with one. We started with one plant, and now we have 6 or 7 of them. So here's another baby just starting out that was pruned from the mother plant. Different types of aloe veras, succulent, when they get bigger, can actually start cutting the leaves off and use them for functional purposes. So this is a bamboo plant, obviously, and I maintain this in a small glass vial, and I have this plant in a base of spring water and aloe vera gel with some decorative rocks at the bottom. And I'll just grab this so you can see how small it is, get a sense of the aspect ratio. Okay, nice red pot. This is one of Sheila's plants. This is basil, and we just recently transplanted that because it wasn't doing too well in another pot. Bring you down here. This is my first experiment with wheatgrass. This is 5 days of growth, which is pretty astonishing, but I made a mistake with this because with the wheatgrass you're actually supposed to take the seeds and soak it in water for 24 hours. Once it starts to sprout, then you plant it. I didn't know that. I just planted it. And then I found out later that you're supposed to soak it in water, so then I just like doused this whole pot with water. So it came up, but it didn't really come up good and whatever. So I'm not even gonna, I'm not even gonna use it. I'm gonna replant it and do it the right way. So this is aloe vera. And as you can see, put that in a nice sized plot. A nice sized pot. Aloe vera plants grow down deep. So you need a pot that's deep as opposed to wide, and this is a baby one that I pruned off of the mother plant. I'm basically fond of succulents and jungle plants. Jungle plants being plants with the big green thick leaves. This is an example of one. This is called a mother-in-law tongue, also known as a snake plant, and it's known for pulling toxins out of the air. And this is also, even though it's a flower, it looks like a flower, this is actually a type of succulent. And again, succulents, you don't have to worry about watering them very often. So there's 2 of them in there, blue and whites. And here's another type of aloe vera plant. And this is also in the aloe vera family. I'm not sure what that variety is called. But as you can see, it's purple and green. Again, it's a succulent, so maintenance is a breeze. And here are some baby aloe veras. Basically, I water these once or twice per week top. I want to keep the soil dry. What's happening right here, these are some leaves that I cut off of the snake plant, and they will go and start sprouting roots very soon. This plant down here is called a sago palm, so it's a type of palm tree, and it will grow anywhere from 3 to 6 feet tall. So, again, I like that jungle plant. So this is another snake plant, also known as mother-in-law tongue. The scientific name is Sansevieria, and that's the one that I showed you before that has the long, very tall, green, dark green leaves. This is a baby version of that. This one, I forgot what this is called. This is one of Sheila's plants. This is called a Croton Petra. Again, it's got the big, thick, green leaves that I like. And I have no idea what this is either. This is one of Sheila's plants. As you can see, her plants aren't well maintained, and they need a trip to the hair salon. Now, this is a project I'm very excited about. But ow, what you know about that, homeboy? That is a pineapple plant. And what I did is took that right off an actual plant of pineapple, twisted it off the top, pruned it out to reveal the root structure down there. Now, keep it in water for about a month. It should start to grow roots, and when it does, then I can pot it, and I'll have a pineapple plant. And I'm using the chopsticks to hold it in place, so that the whole plant doesn't get submerged in the water. So yeah, we'll keep you posted on that. Growing pineapples in the middle of Pennsylvania. Yeah. And in here we're growing some bay leaves in olive oil. In olive oil. And this is another. This is a baby spider plant that we repotted. And again, the spider plants are known for purifying the air. This is not just purified water that I have here. Obviously, I'm not going to just use plain tap water. This is purified water, spring water, rainwater. Those are the only three types of waters that I use. And what I put in here is a whole bunch of aloe vera gel also. So that's just an idea that occurred to me. So this is purified water with aloe vera gel. So I think that should help sustain the life affirming process. Okay, so this is another type of succulent. I call it the pink and white, and I got this because I knew Kayla would like the colors. The thing to keep in mind when you're dealing with succulents is that you can't use regular potting soil, or you shouldn't use regular potting soil. You should use the soil specifically made for cacti and succulents. That's the type of soil that you want. That's what I have in here, and then I embellished a little bit with white sand. As you can see, the white sand, and then the decorative artistic rocks, diamonds, gems, emeralds. Okay, so I'm not sure of the official name of this type of succulent. I think it's called Echeveria, but don't hold me to that. I could be wrong, but you'll see it around. It's not that hard to come by. It's the blue agave, and I put the red rocks around it. And I want to spray paint this pot eventually to make it look like a stone. Buy the fake stone spray paint. It'll look like it's in a stone pot instead of a $4 plastic pot. That's one of the things I like about this hobby, though, is everything is dirt cheap. I mean, these bag of rocks are like 97 cents. The plant is $4. The pot you can get between $2.97 to $4.15. So, and that's the blue agave. I'm sure you've heard about it. So this plant is a bonsai plant, bonsai tree. It is known as a money tree. So this is my first foray into the world of bonsai. And so I still have to learn a lot about that. But I like the way it looks, so I scooped it up. So now I have to start learning about bonsai. So here it is, a nice looking tree. The wealth plant. Jordan, stand next to that plant. And of course this is Big Kana, the old lady, 11 years old now. Still holding it down.